All right, happy 2019. We're on Facebook Live, the Ron and Don Show on KIRO Radio. Ron, what are we talking about here?
What are we talking about
What
here?
are we talking about?
What are we talking about here?
Well, Happy New Year, everyone. It's that time of the year where we all write the wrong date on every document and finally step back on the scale. Ouch. Immediately make a New Year's resolution to lose weight this year. I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions. I've gone on rants about them in the past. You can look it up. I'll spare you the venom this year. I still believe that a better way to approach change in your life is to start small and adopt an iteration mindset. If you say, I'm going to lose 50 pounds and go to the gym every day this year, most likely you've already failed. However, if you said, instead of eating the whole pizza, I'm going to eat half the pizza, and I'm taking the stairs up to the third floor instead of the elevator, you will start to see some success. Those specific iterations are things you can build on. So what am I adding to my life? What thing am I going to focus to resolve? By the way, definition of resolve is to decide firmly on a course of action. The thing I decided to look at came after Don called me out on my road rage. We had fun on it on the air, but I thought about it and stumbled on a solution from a new book that I'm reading. The former chief business officer of Google X, his name is Mo Gaudat, wrote a book called Solve for Happy last year. It's an engineer's approach to happiness and joy. I highly recommend it, especially for the simple technique I'm about to share with you. He spends quite a bit of time exploring how our brains evolved and how our brains actually work. There's too much info to explain here, but the thing that helped me with my road rage is very simple. Mo has a technique when your mind starts going down a rabbit hole like road rage to interrupt that moment and say to yourself, brain, bring me a better thought. It sounds simple, naive even, but it's actually been working for me. I nearly got into a 3-car pileup with a semi on I-5 because of the horrible driving of someone changing lanes at highway speed without even looking. My heart was racing, and I started to go into that familiar rage. In many ways, I could justify my anger. This driver's negligence nearly caused a huge, potentially fatal car crash. But then I remembered Mo's mantra. I interrupted my anger and literally said out loud in the car, brain, bring me a better thought. That's all it took. I began to think of reasons why this person drove that way. Maybe they were distracted by a phone call. We've all done that. Maybe they were deep in thought about a sick family member. Maybe they innocently didn't see me in their blind spot. It really didn't matter what the actual reason is. Simply by telling my brain to bring me a better thought, I was able to lower my blood pressure and not have this incident ruin my day. I've been using this even when I'm not driving. When I catch myself spiraling into negative or critical self-talk,
Does it have to be a better thought, an okay thought, an interesting thought? How do you guide the brain? Can you actually guide the brain to what kind of thought it would be?
Well, dude, whatever your thing is. So if you start to obsess about the past or obsess about the future, if you interrupt it and just say, bring me a better thought, your brain can fill in the blanks with whatever. So if you're worried about the future, let's say, what's going to happen with your loved one's health, and you're just obsessing on that and you can't get out of it. Brain, bring me a better thought. About a service that you could give to your mom or a kind word to them. So your brain then will provide with you better. Those are like 4 that I just came up with to ask myself, brain, bring me a better thought about this.
Are you providing the thought, though, or is it brain powered? Is your brain just doing it?
I don't know if it matters. You could substitute this mantra with something else. That's just his mantra. And it worked. I mean, today, someone, another bad driving situation, wouldn't turn left.
Up with
To just like that guy's a very, very safe driver.
Oh, okay.
And almost too safe, but it was a better thought.
Yeah.
Try it. Try it. Next time you're locked into a thought pattern, brain, bring me a better thought.
Maya Angelou's, God bless her soul, talked about that.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, about bad drivers. And she just always thought, you know what? She had in her life.
If you're an engineering type, check out this book by Mo Gaudat, Solve for Happy. It's
That's
very
totally
good.
what I say, though, is that man's wife is in labor.
Yeah. All right. Good for you. What do you say? Text us. Coming up, the top 5 at 5. Someone's going to win big tonight. In fact, you'll win 2 tickets to Air Supply Thursday, February 14th at the Apple Queen Casino. Headlines next. Tracy Taylor, Viaduct, just around the corner. Attend a free online trading academy workshop. All brought to you by the Online Trading Academy. It's the Ron and Don Show at KIRO.